Right, here we go. Welcome all. As the title suggests, this should be hopefully the last part where we're going to be investigating the rest of the DLC ghost, which is the Little Red Riding Hood. And considering this game has no scruples in regards to its content matter, then chances are we're gonna find some disturbing shit about Little Red Riding Hood. Masquerade is in the centre of the city. I don't know the area. No harm leaving a little early. Yeah, that's a fair point. To Masquerade! Please don't mind me as I eat a bit here and there. Okay, knock that over. That's over there, put that over there. Let's see. I arrive at the designated hotel 20 minutes before the meeting time. Well, it means he found his way around. That's positive. The rain falling when I left Kujo Mansion has now turned into a drizzle. My sneeze keeps getting worse. I park my car in a lot and walk to the street. The hotel, my destination, stands at the end. So that's it. There's hardly anyone in this neon-lit street, perhaps because of the rain. I don't know, it doesn't normally stop sex workers. Didn't that rumour... Red Rhino obeys when it rains. It's a perfect night to investigate the rumour. No to a question, it doesn't seem to be particularly guarded against intruders either. Anyone could get sent inside if they wanted. Or maybe I should have saved the stream for an hour and done the eating later. I see, so that's why it's a focal point of the rumour. People going to the abandoned hotel on a dare, running across suspicious people or squatters. Then their stories get exaggerated and we get rumours based on the case. I bet someone was seen in red clothes and it turned into Red Riding Hood. That's probably how it really is. My heart suddenly feels a lot lighter. I guess I was taking this too seriously after all. Now that I've gotten rid of one worry though, this time something else starts bugging me. I'm a grown man standing alone in the middle of this road in a red light district. This isn't going to do anything good for my reputation. I should get out of the rain until it's time to meet. I glance around the area for a place. Oh, hello again! Lab coat appears to be Madoka Hiro. Although, with that music, I'm just thinking. It was the moment she walked into my life, I knew she was going to be trouble. Hiro? I heard I had help, but I didn't think it'd be you. What, did you prove? Take your complaints up with Ishika. No, that's not it. I'm happy that's someone I know. Emotions will only waste time, especially in a place like this. Huh. Well, that's a surprise. I didn't think you were that considerate. My neck tingles from the strength of her judging the stare. I wasn't expecting her to have changed, and she definitely hasn't. Do you still visit the underground shelter? Yes, well, only once in a while. I've been very busy with work recently, so I haven't had the time. How are things going your end? Nothing exciting. I'm taking some time to relax. I wasn't really asking about you personally. Whatever. I think I've made it pretty. I have a pretty clear picture now. Maybe goes down and watch distractingly. Is something wrong? No, he should be here soon. Oh wait, there he is. I follow whose gaze to find. Hey, the whole gang is coming together. Damon, you around up for this too? That's not quite how you put it, but basically, yeah, yes, basically. Mister insisted, so I'll be accompanying you today. And don't worry about me, my health has been much better since then. My cough has mostly gone away. Mostly, I mean, the man's a doctor, why is he so ill? Is it hereditary? Or does it not practice what he preaches? Oh, really? He seems to be pretty confident about that, but he looks as pale as ever. But it's his body, and he's a doctor, so if he says he's fine, I'll just have to believe him. I met with you just recently, but... well, I hope we work well together again. I could say an unscientific investigation gets me very excited, but... I owe the old woman, so this is how I'll pay her back. You owe her? Yeah, it's almost impossible to get your hands on old army equipment. But she's got a lot of influence, so I had her pull some strings for me. Well, I guess not just her. She saved me too, back when all that stuff was going on. It's not like I don't feel indebted to you. I see, thanks. I can't say I ever expected a hero to feel that way, but in a situation like this, I'm grateful. By the way, is it okay for both of you to walk around in your lab coats? Shouldn't you change? Hey, this is a professional look. Doing an investigation like this is actually even better than... Your cell phone rings in the pocket. Oh, give me a second. Sorry, I got an email. Let's see here. You check the screen, her back turned to me. It always seems as busy as ever. I'm fairly busy myself. So to drag you all the way out here then. No, don't worry about it. If you're after something, then I want to help you out. After all, we overcame that horrible trial together. To us, you're... a comrade in arms? Huh? That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's the perfect way to put it. Sorry for the introduction, but it was an important message. The last person won't make it. I was caught by her manager. I? She means the idol. Yes. Sounds like she's keeping busy too. But bringing a popular idol to a place like this sounds like a PR nightmare. Yeah, I can imagine, especially if someone's got a camera nearby, you know. News just in. Popular idol seen at Red Light District. Popular idol by love hotels. You know, it's gonna be a PR absolute nightmare. So here. Who has this open? What are you doing? She's still online. She wanted to apologise to you herself. I don't really need... Quit your company and take the phone. And she was holding my hand, without letting me get a word in edgewise. Guess I have no choice. My voice when I speak on the phone is surprisingly meek. Hello? Hi? Oh, is that you, Mr. G? Good morning, it's me, I Kichiwaki. I'm so sorry. I'll regret not being able to help you for the rest of my life. Her whirlwind of words is the same as always, energetic and full of exaggeration. I do my best to convince her not to worry. Oh, it's fine, really. I doubt anything will even happen over this. Really? I hope so. Oh no, my cue's coming up. Please come to our next performance for sure, Mr. Yashiki. Okay, bye. And just like that, the hurricane of phone calls passes by. Changing excitement levels leaves a vacuum. My head spins. She's tiring, isn't she? Geez, that old lady thought it'd be a good idea to bring an idol on the case. By the way, Ishiki, are you close to Kishiwagi? That's an odd question coming from Damon. Yeah, I mean, I have her contact info at least. Could you give me concert tickets? A kid at work's a huge fan of her, but they can never get a ticket. Oh, that explains it. Still, I didn't think she was that popular. I can try asking. How many do you need? 3 if possible. I'd like to go as well. It's a rare opportunity. You're a little old for idols. You have a thing for girls? Oh no! I don't know where this accusation is going. I'm a connoisseur of music. Idols have nothing to do with them. A subject change right now would be wise. There he goes, being his typical asshole-ish self. Straight business. Actually, what are you doing here? This case is a request from the client. I wanted to make sure you showed. Jerk? What, planning on observing us, are you? What if we hadn't shown up? One of you is a no-show, in fact. I heard 4 were coming. Making sure we couldn't make it. It seems her manager caught her. That's so. He shrugs, indifferent. Guess he figures it won't make much difference. So you took care of your other cases already? Thought I told you, I'm just checking in. While I'm here, I have new info on the hotel to give you. Just as someone else's phone starts ringing shrilly. Oops, this was my hospital. Excuse me for a moment. One after another. It's hard to take shelter from the rain. Damon has to finish his call, and we may as well hear what info Mashita has for us. Go into a dirty smoking area on the corner. Then we start our improvised strategy meeting. God, this ring is irritating. I hate it. You go as she goes down a drink. She gives her a solemn glance and sighs. See the smoke, there's not a talk. Well, there's a lot more talking in this expansion than there was in the whole entire game. The hotel, Masquerade, closed down about a year ago now. It's unclear why, but it probably has to do with the owner going missing. Missing? That sounds like the Red Riding Hood rumours. I mean, it's kind of a standard word in any other legend, but why he went missing is unknown. But something definitely behind it. He just up and vanished. Rue pipes up, frowning. Then that just proves that this is a normal case. Is there any point in searching the hotel? She taps a cigarette in the ashtray, shaking off the ash. He then continues with the same train of thought. It seems he's going to ignore Hiru's question. A few publications have A few publications had fun with the story for a while. It's prime gossip. But after a point, it stopped being reported and everyone up and forgot. Now, this is just my guess, but this area's crime syndicate turf. They likely applied pressure to keep things quiet. It's just the light district. At least that's how it seems from the way he was talking. And what started spreading around at the same time as the missing persons case are... She waves his lit cigarette towards the street. The rumours of Red Riding Hood. The so-called eyewitness reports and the people who actually heard things. Put all that together, it seems Masquerade is the centre of all the rumours. Isuka brought the request to me, and is also of the same opinion. Masquerade simply stands here quietly on the dark street, soaked with rain. The neon lights at his feet almost seem to be staring out at the world. I see. So do you have any other? Oh, what the fuck! We see her little Red Riding Hood. When I turn around, someone is standing there. My heart thunders in my chest. Behind you. That's a better screenshot. Huh? Oh, I said what? It's not a moth. Oh, she's gone. It's behind it, puzzled. Nothing's there. There wasn't a second ago. Sorry. I think, wow, it's playing tricks on me. And you have to gloss over it. No, I can't believe it's a trick. I'm sure I saw it. Then the darkness has strained my eyes and I saw something that wasn't there, but... Damon's call ends. Whew, sorry. Oh, wait, no. I managed to walk them through the procedures, but I need to go soon, or... I'm terribly sorry. I'll make up for this later, I promise. Damon runs off in lightly falling rain. Human lives depend on this work. This kind of thing is inevitable. Which means Hiro and I will have to handle the investigation by ourselves tonight. Science freak. That's an interesting thing to call her. That how you treat people helping you out? Paying no mind to Hiro's violent outburst, but she calmly looks at his watch. It's time. Enough gossip. The rest is in your hands. And with that, he's gone. What? What a jerk! Calm down, he didn't mean any of it. He's like that to everyone. It doesn't help it much. I tried to be soothing, but that stung her pride. There's no way I'll be successful. I can't come down when someone just treats me like an idiot. Just you wait. I'm gonna make sure I find a clue, then I'll rub it in his stupid face. Go on, let's go. Let's rub it in his. Let's find that clue and rub it in his stupid face then. No, we've got a lot of options where to go. Right, left, or whatever. It's still inside, agreed by chilly air. Is this marble? Our footsteps echo across the exquisite detail of floor. Where are we? It's a hotel, so the first floor is probably the lobby. Alright, yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? It's only been a few seconds since we've set foot in the hotel, and yet Hugh's fiery determination appears to have puttered out. Where did all that energy disappear off to? Are you okay, Hugh? I'm fine. Not like some weird spirit's gonna pop out. This is nothing compared to the underground shelter. But don't you think something's odd? Like what? Maybe it's because it's only been a year since the place shut down, but it's less damaged than I thought. I assumed there'd be more graffiti and stuff. You know, now that she mentions it, it's true. Yeah, there's even flowers there. And the glass there's not smashed. This door. Emergency staircase signed up there. So I around, and while the place is dirty, nothing's really broken. But we were able to come up But we were able to come in here off the street without anything getting in our way. So then, why? Machia mentioned earlier. He said this hotel might be connected to some crime syndicate. Yeah? What about it? Maybe that's why it's still nice in here. Anyone who'd most likely to tag would be... Oh, gotcha. So it's a gang thing then. You think they made it off limits? On the other hand, maybe people stay away because of the dangerous things that happen here. I should probably not mention that possibility to her. That helps us though. Everything should be mostly intact. So what's the plan? Should we just do a thorough search on each floor for now? I don't have any particular use for it. We'll just have to search every nook and cranny like Hero suggested. That's the next thing we can do. Okay, let's get to it. Well, it's easy to get out of here, but so let's get a little look at these. Yeah, if we're in danger, we'll halt the investigation of the floor. See, that's an elevator look of it, I think. Electrician controls, yep. Pictures of the guest rooms and the walls. So yeah, on various products. The painting is clearly out of place among them. Masquerade wife. It's a picture of a masked woman wearing a wedding gown. Huh. Interesting. Let's try the door here. Entrance reception booth. Yeah, let's go to the reception booth. A key ring has been left carelessly on the front desk. Oh, that's helpful. I think that's a tag that read for emergencies. That sounds like right off the bat. It looks at the door on the right. I am the emergency stairs. Yeah, let's try it. There's a key ring to open the door. When I open the door, I find emergency staircase. Shall I use them? Yes, go up. Oh, that's my stream frozen for some reason. Look, my stream was frozen for a second because I was looking that way and not moving at all. There we go. Alright, that's working now. Okay, let's see. Alright. Ahead of us we've got more stairs, but we've got rooms to the left and rooms to the right. Oh, what was that song? Oh, hey, what are you doing? For some reason I can't see the emotes on my tablet, but I can see them on there. It's a cute kitten. That's adorable. Oops. The hell was that? Chandelier. It's Dusty Spoiler's beauty. Masquerade wife. That's woman gazing at a man. I wonder if that masquerade wife has anything to do with this then. That's twice we've seen something about this masquerade wife. Trash can and a giant crack in it. It's probably happened in October. Search it? No, okay. No bed sheets. Mattress doesn't appear to be fixed in place, so should we be able to shift it? Alright, let's lift it. And look underneath. I noticed a notebook lying there. Mass Guest Book 202. The guest book? Why? It's just... I flipped through it. Inside are pictures drawn in coloured markers. Yeah, how you doing, Retro? You been alright? Feel free to write about your sweet time you spent here. Clearly they didn't need this to be told twice. Still, I can't believe anyone who frequents a hotel like this would write such things. Oh, are you gonna say what things I say? We know what to say about assuming. Every single page is filled top to bottom with lewd, suggestive comments. I'm alright there, Retro. Got a bit of sneezing, but I think that's just because of the cold. Wow, so that's what people do. Hero? And Hero's peeking over my shoulder the guest book. It seems to try and hide it, but she plucks it from my hand easily. There's no reason to hide it. We're not children, you know. But, well, yeah, but... Now let's see here. I see. At first she looks through it, humming a little tune to herself, but... She starts acting odd. What's the matter, Hero? What? I'm fine, I've just had enough. But reading stuff like this, vulgar, does things to your head. Yeah, What's the bet, everyone, that she's a closet animal, you know, she's a closet freak. So, take it back. She's the one who grabbed it in the first place. Notice falls on the page I landed on. It looks like it's the last entry in the guest book. There's something written in thin scrawled letters. This is bad. Sir might have ratted us out. There are rumours that she tattled to the teach and said she's going to the fuzz. This is so bad. What should... That's all I can make out. Teach? That's phrasing. Rather immature. Must be stupid. Yeah, I think so too. Is that strange? A girl her age isn't normally at a hotel like this. Oh! Maybe schoolgirl prostitution? That would be a reasonable assumption. It's horrible, but that's the only logical conclusion. That would mean this entry. It sounds like she was panicking over having things leaked by a friend. How stupid can she get? You reap what you sow. Oh, fuck you, Hero. Just fuck you. Because I have own issues to deal with too. It's not such a black and white situation to be able to say. Yeah, exactly. You can't just turn around a kid and be like, oh well, they got what they deserved. Yeah, saying better. I've been feeling okay, just a bit sneezy this morning. Well, I say this morning. I mean, I only got up not too long ago, but it's bloody evening here. At least one thing has been made clear thanks to these notes. It sounds like rumours about the place being tied to crimes didn't come true. It's obvious there is a lot of illegal stuff going on here. That sounds logical enough. The number on the guest book must refer to the room number. There may be more guest books. True, if we get more info from these entries, we might be able to figure out what happened there. Let's keep an eye out. There's that mask again. A Venetian mask with a creepy expression hangs on the wall. Were they hung there to match the hotel's theme? It's still really creepy. They're just... Oh! Can't see the whole thing until what it is. Okay, feel for it then. Try pulling it out where it doesn't budge. I have to lift the bed up a little more if I want to get it out. as a hero, but I don't think you should be able to help me lift it. Maybe I should just search elsewhere for now. Well, if heroes are going to be able to help, then let's go into the next room. Open the door to the bathroom. The mirror is stained, but still functional. I can see myself in it. I peer in the mirror in the dark. I don't see anything, but it still creeps me out. I'll get back to the investigation. Yeah, considering in the game at the beginning, the first case was a creepy kid that stared at you in a mirror. I don't think we should play with mirrors. Bathroom is stained with dust and slime. Ugh, slime. Right, seeing that there's nothing here, let's get out. Let's try the next room. Okay, no knocked over bin this time. More creepy mask. Let's try. Oh, the door is locked. It's like a simple stopper lock. Now you find the button desk. Why did you try to break it? Shouldn't that be a last resort? It seems like a natural choice for Millennium Promenade. Okay then. It's pretty cheap, but seems in decent enough shape. Take a closer look, I spot a crack between the door and the top. The object flashing inside seems to be a lock stopper. If I stick something thin there, I might be able to break the clasp. Right, do I have anything on me? Anything? No. I can't do it with a key, and I can't do it with the bloody the outside there. Iron bars covering the window. Sturdy iron bars seem to be a little much if they're only here to stop people from falling. Put one on the band and lean my weight on it. The spring simply creaks fruitlessly. Okay. What is this thing though? Check behind the wire door. But all I find is an empty cardboard box. Right, let's check the bathroom then. Hang on, there's no mirror here. All lights. So to see if there's anything inside, I'm gonna get dust on my fingers. The toilet is spewing the horrid stench of sewage. Oh. Well, this is clearly a cheap room then. Oh yeah, this game has multiple cases. This case is a DLC case. It's the final case I'll be doing because it's a DLC case and it's only one case. So I thought, do it anyway. This case though isn't related to the other cases at all. This is just a individual one. Alright, let's go up the stairs. Press the button repeatedly, but the elevator doesn't respond, nor does the door open. Okay. Let's go up again. There you go, third floor. It's an alternate iron cover. It's kind of electrical device. Yeah, okay, can't do anything with it now and then. Oh shit, wrong button. But yeah, there are multiple cases, and this one is unrelated to all the other ones in the game. This one is about a ghost that haunts a love hotel area. Raise all some cheap fake flowers. A bedside table crammed full of stuff. Let's have a look. Really old phone, covered in a thick layer of dust. Bedside table and find a spoon! I need dessert in here or something. The spoon is stained black. Oh, if it's stained black, I really don't want to know what the fuck they use that spoon for. Dining conditioning unit tinted yellow. Maybe from tobacco resin? Yeah, this game series doesn't hold back on its content either, so. And then dust covers the mirror everywhere, but one spot is wiped clean. If I squint, the clean portion looks like a hand. Does this belong to someone who snuck in here? Or is it the work of something else? Toilet paper is stuck at the bottom of the trash, but other than that, it's empty. The toilet sectioned off with a glass door. Tiles are seemingly clean. The toilet itself doesn't seem to be broken. Open the door and check the toilet. And find a wallet covered in black stains. Oh, that's mouldy. Try not to breathe it in. Is there anything inside? Checking inside, there isn't any cash, but got a credit card. Guess probably dropped this. The stain makes it look like I can't read the name on the card. You could use that to ID one of the guests. Do you think you should take it with you? Yeah, you're right. My plan is half-hearted. I'm distracted by the stains. Not to mention, I don't mention it to who, but the stains on the card look like old blood stains. Ooh. So someone was definitely killed here. Who, I can't rightfully say. We still don't have enough information. Well, this is different. Oh bloody hell, it's a sex dungeon. Spanish donkey lies in the corner. I don't want to imagine what it was used for. Oh, I know what it was used for. The part that looks like it was the neck is broken and the head is missing. So the glass case are whips and ropes. They're rather shoddily made. I doubt they would survive being used. There's an unnatural space along the wall. Remember a stain, it's likely something once hung here. Probably one of those, like, X things, you know? Door in the bathroom, but it won't open, it must be broken. And the whole frame is warped, it's jammed shut. Put my hand near the door, try pulling it. Doesn't move at all. Just give up, you might break it if you force it. Hey, wasn't you the one earlier saying to break shit? Never mind. So, okay, we can't go through... we can't use the elevator yet. Alright, let's get back downstairs, because we can now... Oh wait, it wasn't this room, it was the other room, wasn't it? We can now break into that cabinet. Remind me up, I take out the credit card. What are you going to do with a credit card? I want to try something. I don't know if it'll work though. I slowly push the card in the locked gap between the drawer and the top. It's a narrow fit, I'm able to slide it in without any resistance. The stopper is directly ahead. So I keep sliding the card. There we go. Tiny resistance, but it probably unlocks. Well, nice work. Truly the pinnacle of monkey evolution. Thank you, Doctor. Jesus, she's a real bitch. Is that really a compliment? And in the case I open the drawer to find Mask Guest Book 201 and a mini massager. A battery operated massager, huh? Well, it leaves its use up to the imagination. Yes, that's another item that I already am familiar with, so... There are more guest books after all. Let's see, what does this say? No, I'll look through this one. I firmly take the ghost book from you. I just learned that it's better not to let her see anything too shocking. Oh, come on, I want to read through the future... Oh! For future reference, really, Haru? Why did I believe you? Why did I believe you? Like I said, she's a freak, everybody. She's a freak. Super freak, super freak. Da da da. Our investigation takes priority. I quickly flip the pages and look for clues similar to what we found earlier. It doesn't take me long to find it. It's the last entry of the guest book, just like the other one we found. Something's up. The fast hasn't come. Did Ko really tattle? Mr. N is acting normally too. Sa hasn't been to school recently. That's all I can make out. Sounds like the one we read earlier. This fully supports my earlier theory. Yeah, I guess so. There are definitely criminal activities going on here. Those vivid entries prove it. But why wasn't this reported? Good question. This entry makes it sound like she was being backed into a corner. Someone was plainly threatening to tell, and it was something they knew too. They wouldn't be this shaken otherwise. And supposedly this person reported it to the teach too. The entry says that in the end the fuzz, aka the police, never came. We can't come to a conclusion just yet. All we can do is speculate. Oh, what the fuck? We freeze for a moment, all in the sun. Was that a noise from above us just now? Yeah. Someone might be above us. On the 3rd floor? No one was around when we were there earlier. Should we go see? I silently nod. Ooh. No one was there earlier, but let's see. Up the steps. The instant I step on the 3rd floor, I suddenly get a chill and stop in my tracks. Did you find something? No, nothing. Just some replying to Hiru. I hear a voice from behind me. I quickly turn around and shine my flashlight. All that's there is a door to the emergency stairs that we just came from. There's no one there. What's wrong? Did you not hear that voice? A girl's. The more door screeches at a scream and... Oh shit, there she is! There she is! Fuck me, that's terrifying. Suddenly a girl in a solid red raincoat is standing in front of us. There she is! Wait, she's human! That ghost story was it not a lie? Hero, shush. Be quiet, I can't hear something. Huh? A stilling whisper of a voice sneaks up to me. It's the voice of the girl in the raincoat. I knew it. I'm so glad I trusted you, sir. Sir? He gives me an odd look from beside at me, muttering. It seems she can't hear the voice at all. I knew it. I knew you'd come. But sir, who is that woman? The echo of your voice is like ice, but strangely enough, I don't feel hatred in it. Just sadness, regret, and a quiet plea. I'm going to make sure. Make sure? Make sure of what? The logical side of me warns me not to get pulled in. Raincoat fluttering in the stunning air. Here we go, live or die! Sir, do you come to places like this very often? Calm down, that's right, sir. I'm someone she respects. If I were someone she respects, how would I reply? I kill my wife? Yes, of course. Yes, sir, could you tell me, please? Another teacher told me that I am heartless and don't treasure my friends. But if something's wrong, then it's wrong. What am I supposed to do? Which is more important, friends or what's right? Bloody hell, both? Oh shit, that was the wrong answer. Tell me one more thing, please. When people are selling and buying bad things, then who's in the wrong? Generally, it's seen as the buyers. Oh! God doesn't believe for the world. Oh well. Fake. For an instant, I think the girl's vanished. Then something falls on my head. What the shit? Well, that was an interesting death scene. Right, so obviously, my first response was correct with the, saying that I'm here with my wife. Right. What's right? Okay, that was the correct one. Then who's in the wrong? Well, she won't agree it's the buyers. I'm going to say that the world is a fucked up place. No, I'm wrong. Pick the right option or die, pretty much. So all this girl wants to hear is that both people are in the wrong, even though I don't agree with that personally. I see. I'm coming with my wife. Giggity. What's more important is what's right. And according to her, or what she thinks the respected person I am, would say both people at fault. The sellers or the buyers. Oh, sellers or buyers. Now I get it, yeah. Depending on what they're selling. Yeah. I'm so happy you really came. All the immoral people died. I can just glimpse a twisted smile in the darkness of her hood. Who is this sir? More importantly, who in the world is this girl? Was a sword around my head. In that second of hesitation, the figure of the girl sways like a pendulum and disappears into the staircase. And... Don't chase her, Hiro! Hiro dashes madly after her. Hiro, don't go! I desperately call after her, but there's no reply. Her footsteps echo sharply up the stairs. Shit! I better follow her. Oh, wrong bloody... There we go. Let's go up, follow them. I don't know why the hell she ran after her, but I climb the stairs and exit the hallway. That's odd. I went to the fourth from the third floor. Yeah, it looks like I'm back on the third floor. Possible. Must have been flustered and made a wrong turn or something. Trying to flash out the floor number plaque. No way. No, it's just some kind of misunderstanding. It has to be. I try to reassure myself as I climb the stairs another time, but sure enough, I came on the third floor again. Possible. This time I'm sure I mean, absolutely sure I was heading to the fourth floor from the third. And yet, this is obviously the third floor. If I'm not hallucinating and this is real, then there are two possibilities. One is that all the floors above third are intentionally made to look like the third floor. The other is that some mysterious power is stopping me from going to the fourth floor. I'm going to put the bet on that one because there was a ghost that we did go against who, for the final showdown, stuck us in a loop where we had to keep going down the same road until we chose one of 3 stops. And apparently choosing the correct stop was actually what gave us the good ending. But Hiro definitely ran upstairs from the third floor. If she got caught in the same phenomenon that's affecting me, is it possible that Hiro is still on the third floor? It's possible we get the fourth floor, then Hiro could be on this one. Let's reinvestigate these rooms. Oh, what the hell? I'd say there's web everywhere. Spider webs? When I entered just a while ago with Hiro, there weren't any here. It's hard to believe it, but the room is covered in spider webs now. And the bathroom door open. Oh, thank God. Hiro? So this is where you were. Hey, Hiro? Are you listening to me? She's acting strangely. Concerned, I moved closer when she suddenly starts taking off her clothes. Oh, God damn it. Hey! Then God damn it, Hugh. God damn it, creators of the game. God damn you. She looks at me seductively from top of the bed covered in spider webs. She's clearly possessed by that bloody ghost. What are you doing? TOS! Her lips drips honey. In contrast, her voice only gets shriller. This is so not like her at all. Is this really the same Hiro? Nah, it won't be TOS. At least it shouldn't be. It wasn't for the other times. Kazu. Who gracefully slides over the bed and beckons to me suggestively. What are you trying to say? Do you understand the situation we're in? What does it matter? You're here, I'm here. Isn't that enough? Is she being possessed? Yes, she's being possessed. She's being possessed, dude. Women don't normally do this. Much like men don't normally do this sort of shit. Her pale thighs glow in the bedsheets as she poses seductively. She almost looks like a spider appearing to strike at her prey. Oh god, it's another live or die situation. Here we go, live or die. We're all alone. Don't hold back, take a good look. The red raincoat flashes before my eyes. Could it be Hiro is acting like this? Is she continuing the questions from earlier? In that case, a clue would be... Remember, what did she say before? Go on, look. Have some shame. Oh, how cute. Cough, cough. Here someone starts coughing violently. It's hard to breathe. Please, my back. Pat her back. Pat her back. Not any of the other options. Obviously, pat her back. As I touch her, coughing stops. That feels good. But I know. Who suddenly lowers her voice. I tried hard during college and at work not to lose men. But I'm all alone in the end. No one ever likes me. I'm sure you're not interested in someone like me either, Kazu. Well, the first one's going to be instant death, I'm sure about that. I depend on you? Oh, thank God for that. I was thinking the other two sound a bit, you know, suggestive. Oh, shrill laugh peaks in the madness. Hey, get it together! I shake her shoulders repeatedly, but she doesn't reply. It can't be. Is she? Her personality is suddenly and dramatically shifted, and this crazy laughter. Cold sweat drips down my neck. This is almost like... What's going on? Is someone in there? Damon, you came? Sorry, I'm late. I had to rush over on the emergency patient's table. Did something happen? I'm not sure, but... I'll quickly tell Damon what's going on. He swiftly examines the laughing hero and turns to me with his findings. No physical trauma, but her mind is confused. She needs to be hospitalized. We're on the 3rd floor. How did we get her out? I've learned a patient carry. We just need to get her on our backs. Come on, we need to hurry. If she's being poisoned, then time is everything. Right, I'll help. Barely surviving. But I did it in one go this time. It was a bizarre and horrible night. In the end, Hiro kept cackling as we carried her out of the hotel. We put her in an ambulance and Damon rode with her to a hospital. The siren blasted in the night. Exhaustion bearing down on me and find that I need to sit down. I come into my senses and I look up. The rain has already stopped. I get back to the mansion and I collapse on the sofa. Gah. Fury rises within me. Well, without an outlet. Why? Why is this happening again? I'm sure I sealed Mary. So then why? Why again? The image of her earlier fixes in my mind. I have to do something. Something. A shrill laugh echoes in my ears. Use talk to continue to the next day. I will, thank you. That's for the day. Once I've done looking things up, I should go to bed early. The fuck? I don't remember the heavy moving around as I was fast asleep. Is someone there? My brain is too sluggish for thought. I couldn't say how long I slept. I remember it being dawn, but... Loud noise makes it swing upright. You guys are staring at me. I'm sorry. I woke you up. Suzu? What are you doing here? The room was messy, so I thought I'd clean it for you. Sorry, I didn't ask permission first. That's not exactly what I meant. Oh, are you awake? Jeez, are you a little too careless? Christy, you're here too? She shrugs and sighs dramatically, very nearly rolling her eyes at me. You left the front door unlocked. Were you out on investigation till late? It's not good to sleep on the sofa. Guess I didn't have the energy to make it up to my bedroom last night. Was I that tired? Yeah, something like that. Better take good care of yourself. Oh, do you want some coffee? No, I'm fine now. More importantly, why are you here? Because he glances over me and huffs. I'm dropping off reports for Mr. Detective. Mr. Detective? Must be research on Mashita's case. But who'd have thought Chrissy would listen to a request from Mashita? That man is the worst. The attitude he has when asking for a favour. If I didn't owe you, I'd have flat out told him no. Yes, she didn't argue, didn't agree because she wanted to. I understand, but why is Suzu here too? I told her about my visit and invited her. We exchanged numbers a while back. Yeah, she suddenly surprised me, suddenly asked me to be friends. It's the first time I've been friends with an adult. Christy whispers to me. I mean, I can't help but be worried. I have to make sure that creepy otaku isn't doing anything weird. They go after children sometimes. Oh god. So that's why. She was worried because Ada's so forward. No, more likely because Suzu is too innocent. But I'm a little relieved. You didn't seem very well when I was here before, so I'm worried. I'm glad to hear that. I wish Ada had come with us. But he's working at the factory today. Sounds like Ada's starting work seriously. It's never too late to start something, I hope he tries hard. So, moving on to the matter at hand. I heard how the owner of the hotel went missing, right? I have connections with the copy editor of the article, so I asked her. And sure enough, her expression clouds over. The hotel and the rumours of its illegal services were juicy news for the media. Oh, I bet. They even knew there was a mediator organisation behind it. Really? Reporters looking into the flow of cash actually got some concrete proof. And I'm guessing this criminal organisation then tightened its grip and then whoops, sorry, no investigation anymore. It's normally how it happens. This telling the story is fascinating because Christy used to be in the media herself. The things recorded in the guest books we found may be connected. But before we can talk more about it, Suzu, sorry, but would you mind doing more cleaning? I've been putting it off for a long time, so the second floor is a giant mess too. Oh, okay, I can do that. I'll borrow your cleaning supplies then. Suzu skips up the stairs, because he seems to immediately catch on. And then Maxwell enters the room and releases a giant fucking roar. Right there, Maxwell. Oh yeah, Maxwell, did you see what I posted on Discord with the alternate endings to Haunting Ground, and that one of them, the bad ending, requires that you kick Huey a lot of times and mistreat him and basically be an animal abuser to the poor dog. Poor little bugger. But apparently that's how you get ending D, where you lose and it's the bad ending because, Fiona ends up staying at the mansion, pregnant, and then laughing her ass off because she's just mentally broken. It's pretty horrifying. Yeah, I felt so sorry for poor Huey. Like, it ended because you decided to abuse the dog because you're a dickhead. Not exactly a topic for kids' ears. Huh. I'm sorry, I didn't realise. No, it really is messy up there. Anyway, tell me more. Yeah, so the media at the time should have been pursuing the Heartland matter, but it's like this case was hardly reported on. You caught wind of the story, but the police should have been briefed on it as well. And yet, what took place in the masquerade is shrouded in darkness. It seems something behind all this. Behind? What do you mean? I don't know if this is true or not, but they had a whole list of all the masquerade's customers. Famous politicians and businessmen were on it. Ah, of course. And that reporter who got the proof up and went missing. A number of freelancers on the case also went missing, apparently. It's horrible. Those are the only words I can find to describe it. You're telling me. It's an outrage to silence those who are seeking the truth. It's bad, but it'd at least be a little better if it was the work of regular humans. Work of regular humans? What do you mean by that? So, what it sounds like. The truth is, I told Christy about what happened yesterday. What we found in the hotel and what happened to Hiru. The colour drains from Chrissy's face until she's as white as a sheet. Susu, we're leaving! With a sudden yell, Chrissy stands up and prepares to leave. What's wrong? No one told me. What? No one said a single thing about spirits like that being involved. I'm sorry, but I can't do this. I'm never going to face a spirit again. And I'm not just thinking about me. I don't want Suzu to go through that either. Thinking about that, it makes sense. No one has the right to drag Christy and Suzu into a case like this, especially me. Also, I didn't mean to get you involved. The research you've done is enough, so don't concern yourself about it any further. Christy looks at me in stunned surprise. No, I should be the one apologising. I owe you. You did everything you could to save us. But we... Is something the matter? Suzu enters the room, head tilted in confusion. I just remembered something I have to do, so we need to leave. Sorry. You can keep cleaning up next time, okay? Okay, I understand. Suzu nods, though she looks suspicious. She's very perceptive. She has to have picked up the strained air between us. Well then, see you, Mr. Yoshiki. Oh, you haven't seen it. Who would hurt you? Who would hurt you? Well, like I said, Maxwell, the to get the fourth ending, you, as in Fiona, has to keep kicking Huey around and just being a dickhead to him, and telling him off for doing things, blah blah blah. And if you treat him poorly enough, you get the awful ending, which, to be honest, I feel like is totally fucking justified. That's why I added you in the Discord, just to show you the ending there. That's the fourth ending out of the possible endings you can get. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. Chrissy quickly bows to me and her expression is inscrutable. Excuse us. Oh, come again sometime, okay? Suzu puts her hands together and bows politely. Then she whispers in my ear as Chrissy can't hear. I'm so sorry, I caught a little bit of what you were talking about earlier. so I contacted Ita. I'm sure he'll be helpful. Oh? To be honest, I imagine Ita would be very useful, but Suzu has good intentions, so I nod. Thanks, that helps. I do my best to smile as I see them out of the mansion. Need to get ready soon and head out. Right. To masquerade! This noir music. I didn't think it would go for 2 days straight. But it's sprinkling again tonight. Gotta set the mood for the investigation, huh? Mother Nature is just taunting me. When the time comes to get the search started, 2 figures finally appear. Hey, burn time! Did you get any sleep? They looks exhausted, probably as a result of everything that happened last night. It's everybody's favourite homeless man! Banshee? Honestly, I expected Banshee Ito to come out. But it only has some spiritual powers, assuming his judgment is on point. But more importantly, how is Hua doing? She's stable. She showed no adverse symptoms. But she hasn't regained consciousness and she's exhausted a lot of energy. Even being optimistic, it isn't good. At this rate, her life could be in danger. That's so. I was prepared for bad news, but the situation sounds exactly like exceedingly dire laid out like that. Problem is, we don't know the cause. We suspect poison, but without knowing what kind, there's nothing we can do. What's worse is we can't find a puncture wound or injection point. Can't give a serum? Isn't that normally what you give to patients when they're poisoned? Damon looks exasperated, or rather frustrated, as he shakes his head. So just try random antitoxins? Sure, if you want to kill her, go ahead. Even if we could get our hands on the poison, it'd take time to create the serum. It'd be too late. So there's nothing we can do. If we just had some kind of clue. I look at the hotel, Bastion, Museum Leon. There isn't much hope, but we cannot despair either. Oh, that's right, just to let you know. Don't look over at me. There was no mark on Hugh's body. I see. Which means that the nightmare isn't starting again. A sigh of relief, a frozen chunk of fear in my chest melting away. Did some investigation on that myself, actually. I went to the warehouse last night. And what did you find? Nothing had changed. That Polowina box was still sealed. Is that right? Well, that's good. That's the first good news I've heard in a while. Come on, you two! How long are you gonna stand around, Chi-Chan? Let's get going already! Right, sorry for making you wait. This is everyone for today, right? I hesitate for a second as Ita comes to mind, but this is all of us. Let's get started. Good, time to get a move on. He's so energetic that it's more worrying than reassuring. Why is Banshee just fired up? Just a FYI, old man, this place may be abandoned, but stealing is a crime. An ex-detective gave us a request. If you do anything illegal... How dare you! I don't go around stealing things! I'm helping out the goodness of my heart! Anyway, who cares about that? Let's get to searching. Sounds like Dermot hit the bullseye. Banshee rushes ahead into her as they try to get away. As troublesome as ever. Well, at least he's reliable at times like this. By the way, Yoshiki, may I ask you to do something for me? No, you're just so formal about it. If something were to happen to me, please move through to another hospital at once. I'll speak to another doctor I know. Okay. Then if I start acting strangely, I'll leave myself in your hands, Timon. Yes, of course. And what will we do if we're both done in? Good question. Guess it'll be up to the grumpy detective. Right, let's have him take care of it. Come on, we can't let that guy wander alone. Alright, into the hotel. Oh, no. Forward. Whoa, it's still all fancy in here. Badgie's cheerful voice hits us as soon as we step inside. Maybe I can make this my second home. Oh, what's this glass case about? Talking to himself, he starts rummaging around. I already warned you once, old man. We're not here to play. I don't think Banshee's listening. As Banshee putters around by himself, he reminds me of what happened to Hero yesterday. We should stick together as much as possible. It's dangerous to go alone. Yeah, you're right. Hey, old man, are you listening? I have ears. He hears us all right, but clearly won't listen. Good grief. So, Yoshi, you searched up to the 3rd floor yesterday, which means we should look through the 4th floor and above today. Yeah, that's right, but is there a problem with that plan? When we went up the stairs to the 4th floor, we just ended up back on the 3rd again. I tell them about the mysterious phenomenon we incurred yesterday. Are you sure you weren't just confused? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was real. Then we're in trouble. Is there no other way to get to the 4th floor? What are you talking about? There's a way right over there. Easy. Badger unexpectedly butts in. What do you mean? That thing right over there, see? Do you bumpkins not know what an elevator is? Don't let an irritated groan. Old man, you know elevators need electricity to work, don't you? Do you think this hotel has any power? If there isn't any, then all you have to do is make it so there is. There's devices that control electricity. I should know. I'm an expert. Oh really? Is that so? Devon sighs. I think he's lost the will to argue. Guess I'll just have to find the device thing myself then. He heads off, and after I told him not to wander away from the others. I just ask you not to go off by yourself. Banshee, I'm begging you, stay. I don't get to finish my sentence. Splitting pain pierces my head as I fall to my knees. Ugh! Is she? What's wrong? My head, suddenly. Do you get chronic migraines? Do you have any medicine on you? No, I don't think that's it. My head's just throbbing. Pulsing headache? If you don't have any medicine, then icing is best. I'll go buy something from the vending machine. I'll sit right here. Oh, for God's sake. Ah! Don't try and stand. You could fall over. Hey, Maxwell, you haven't seen the horror of the creature that's in this mansion. In fact, you missed the sexy moment where poor Haru was forced to become a kind of sexy characteristic due to being possessed. So far, I didn't reply. One day returns with a cold bowl of water, but strange enough, my headache completely vanishes when he was gone. It's hard to believe that this pain that intense would disappear so easily, but it did. Damon doesn't seem particularly surprised when I tell him. No, it's not that odd. After all, we haven't clarified what caused the headache in the first place. I'm sure it's just exhaustion. You didn't sleep much yesterday, did you? That's true, I can't exactly say I got much rest. When you're under continuous stress, it's possible to get sudden headaches. Once you get home, you should take a bath or something and relax. Okay, I'll try that. All of that's common sense, but it carries weight coming from a doctor. Oh, by the way. Dim looks around puzzled. Where's old man Banshee? Huh? I whip my head around searching, but Banshee is nowhere to be found. Jeez, already? I give up. No, I hope he's okay. Yes, right after what happened yesterday. But there's nothing we can do. He'll let him find us what he wants. As long as we got the proper investigation, the detective should have no complaints. Yeah, let's go. That filter is enough sexy to last a month. Well, I guess you could say that, but I wonder if it's here. No, okay, it's not in here. Never mind then. Never mind, it's not in our investigation bag, so we'll have to look somewhere else. Now, I think I need him for this room. It doesn't budge. Well, I can at least hold it up. I'll just have to give it a try. Make sure you don't hurt your back. 1, 2, 3. Both with the bed up together. I should drag the object out with my foot. I've got it. We can put it down now. Boom. Phew, worked up a sweat. So, what do you find? A contraceptive. Oh, great. That was helpful. Strange, it hasn't been found till now. Well, at least it hasn't been used. I still don't like the fact I found a contraceptive in this dodgy looking place. That didn't... that does not help things. Actually, what items do I have? Guest book, spoon, credit card, second guest book, mini massager, and a contraceptive for men. God's sake. Then again, I guess what else would you expect to find in a love hotel? Let's go up again. Yeah, if we found the old man, we could do that, but... What's that painting? Masquerade wife. Walking with a cane. What's this obsession the masquerade wife this place has? No, doesn't move. Try opening it while pushing from the other direction. Which direction is that? One not involved with opening or closing, so from the other side. Try putting on the frame again and try out my idea. I pull it again, as I'm told. David puts his hand on the side of the knob and leans his weight towards the hinge. Then the door, which had suddenly refused to open, now probably opens. Wow, it's actually open. Just a little life wisdom. I live in an old traditional house, so I deal with my fair share of troublesome doors. Except you never know what's going to come in handy. There might be something inside. After all, this guest room seems different. Yeah, we should be careful. And for those of you who've just joined us, this is how different a guest room is. It has one of those horses there. Yeah, it's a Spanish donkey. Sorry, not a horse. And it's got whips and stuff over there. You know. I think you can guess what kind of room this is. Alright, let's see what the bathroom is like this in this place. Oh, it's fully stocked. Let's check the wall. Let's have a look. Lined with hairdressing products, cologne, lotion. Some of the bottles still have liquid left, but most are empty. Check through the bottles of the shelf. I found a tube that still has something left inside. Maybe toothpaste? I look at the label. It's Vaseline! Oh, of course it's Vaseline! Of course it is. White petroleum, huh? It's used as lubricant and moisturizers. Huh? Like Andy. To lube something up. Dark stains on the drain. Seems dried blood. Someone must have lost a lot of blood going by how much is on the floor. What the hell happened there? It won't be even particularly dirty either. It looks like it's been taken good care of. Let's have a look. Last place I looked, I got that credit card. Go inside and flush the toilet. Toilet lets out a horrible gut coughing sound and spits up some black water. Oh. I look up and notice something stuck on the side of the tank. A worn out talisman. Yay! Blood orgy. Possibly. Well, actually, probably not, but, oh, what the fuck? You see that, where the hands disappeared. Or probably a murder, I'm guessing. Trying like through the glass, I find trash laying in the bathtub. Let's investigate the trash. Digging around the bathtub. I mean, notice a large object that looks like a small log. What's this? So until I realise what it is. It's a wooden horse head. Everyone seems shocked. It might be a little late to be saying this, but you really are impressive, Yuchiki. Go on, look at that, all those palm prints. Well, I think we know where that goes. Special lights on the corner of the room, don't want to imagine what it was used for. Yeah, its neck's broken and the head's missing. Okay, so I'm not meant to put the head back on the Spanish donkey. Okay then. Wooden horse head. The neck looks like it was attached to a body before it was broken off. It was submerged in dirty water, so long it stinks slightly. Ugh. Well, I get a feeling that might be a bloody weapon we'll have to use. Oh, what was that? Oh yeah, okay. I'll just search. Okay, we're on the 3rd floor. Let's see if we can get to the 4th floor. Nope, we're on the 3rd floor again. Let me try and find that Spirit Hunter guide. There's only empty darkness inside. The elevator must not stop on this floor. Try pulling the elevator door. It moves slightly if I'm on my way into it, but based on what I see from the window, the elevator is on this floor. I mean, it just makes it easier to fall to the bottom. Of course it does. Let's re-examine this room then. The room that's become all spidery. And Hero was in here, so has something changed in here? Bottom of the trash can. No, okay then. No idea. Alright, where the hell is that fucking guy gone? Okay. Done both the liver dies, and then we got up to... Oh, okay. Well, we have to go to the second floor. That's apparently where the elevator goes, or where the elevator is. No, no, no. Never mind. Shine the flashlight through the safety window. I can see inside the elevator. It seems to have stopped on the second floor. Try pulling the elevator. Move slightly if I put all my weight into it. It's impossible to open it alone, but if I had someone to help, I might force it. Want to give it a try? Lend me a hand. Alright, I'll show you what I'm capable of now I've gotten healthier. Not that much healthier. 1, 2, 3, ah! Muscle of our strength and try 2 or 3 more times to force the doors open. Then... Oh! The sound of something snapping and the door suddenly slide open. Did we break it? Maybe it's probably still okay. But now we can search inside the elevator. Let's go in. Alright, let's see what's in there. If anything. Now only opening the door with my hands and stepping in feels really weird. Damon consciously... Oh... I don't know the way those wires and spiderwebs are. Damon consciously closes the door once he comes inside. Doesn't leaving an elevator door open concern you? Huh. True, I think I just had a habit, didn't think about it. Still, are there spiderwebs on the ceiling? Yeah, looks like it. An enclosed area such as this would be a good place to spin a web. Now then, where should we check first? Oh, I saw something in the window. A cable is coming from the hole in the top. That light used to be there, but it was taken down for whatever reason. It was taken down to make it look like scary spider legs. Because that's what I thought I saw. Hotel floor guide. Numbers from 1st floor to the 6th. So the VIP is on the 6th floor. It's the only one with a different colour. Let's search. Is there anything else? Judging because my fingers are dust. Yeah, I didn't think so. What's that? Small keyhole. Oh, that's the elevator's fire switch. If you stick a key in it and turn it, it activates the elevator even in emergencies. Emergencies? What kind? I don't really recall. I think it can make the elevator move without closing the doors. On a day when no elevators stop moving if the doors are broken. But supposing you needed to use it during an emergency, you'd need a key. Seems like it's a good time to use that. We did force the doors open after all. If we broke them while doing that, we might need to use a fire switch. Still, you're pretty well informed. I learned that much during disaster drill when I worked at a large hospital. We were lectured to prepare us for anything that might happen. So that's why I know so much. Do you have a key that would be used? Just try it. I do have a key, and it is an emergency key, so... Yep, it's in the bag. There you go. Fire engraved on it. See the fire switch. Slowly turn to the on position, but... I can't turn it on. Doesn't seem lubricated enough. I'll try to force it, it might break. I think that's the right key, but you need some sort of oil on it. Oh god. Vaseline! So we have Vaseline on the keyhole. It's nothing more than a replacement for oil, but it might help with the key slider. Yeah, it might. But nothing happens. It clicks, but nothing happens. Ah. Push all the buttons, and as I thought, nothing happens. Of course it doesn't. There's something off. It is indeed odd. The button's only go up to the 5th floor, and yet the guide says there's a 6th floor. That's quite concerning. You can only get to the 6th floor by using the stairs. Don't think so. It says the 6th floor is a deluxe suite. I've never had a VIP room that you can only get by using the stairs. It's a good point. They wouldn't make their guests of honor use the stairs. Especially all the way to the 6th floor. I mean, fuck that. Or as we call it, or we would call it the 5th floor. Then again, what does this discrepancy mean? Something about Banshee was fixated on the elevator. Okay, I knew it held a secret all along. In the end, we just had to try and get it moving. Get what moving? This elevator, like Banshee was saying. Instead of me, his face a mask of utter disbelief. You know Banshee has mysterious powers. Maybe we just need to get a bet on them. Though his idea has a huge hole in it. The problem is, how do we go about getting it to move? I don't have the slightest idea. I see now. I thought he was going to get irritated with me, but Damon thinks about something for a while. Then he slowly starts talking. Ashiki, to be honest, I've been giving it a lot of thought since then. A lot of thought to what? Why we survived, or more, why the spirits were vanquished. I've been considering the reason. It's surprising to hear him talk about that. He speaks as if recounting something painful. The reason why, it's clear that nothing physical was behind it. I get the feeling that they were vanquished for a more meaningful reason. Otherwise that soldier wouldn't have crumbled just from the one hit with a chisel. Which leads me to one answer. The fights we experienced with the spirits weren't actual fights. More rituals with certain conventions. Rituals? Yes, just like the religious ceremonies, rituals that are presented to the spirits. A ritual is a reenactment of something. Obviously it doesn't actually take place. But maybe going through all the motions satisfies those on the other side. Then one's purpose is accomplished. In our case, the spirits were vanquished. Then the marks disappeared. It's all conceptual, but it's a convincing argument, especially for those with a personal experience. For example, we vanquished Hanahiko with lipstick and a mirror. But we were essentially reenacting his memories of his mother. And if you define a ritual as a reenactment, then that would mean our fights were rituals. I understand that, but we must fix the elevator, that much is clear. But perhaps we only need a ritual, in other words, go through the motions. So you're saying we need to perform some kind of ritual to go through the elevator moving. It's almost like playing house. This isn't playtime, rituals are more serious. No adult would be excited over a groundbreaking ceremony. True. If this is the work of being caught up in some delusion like the spirits, a ritual might make something happen. The investigation was entrusted to you, therefore I leave the decision up to you. Well, I have no idea what the fuck to do then. Right. Well, we can't do anything in the elevator. And this probably means that Banshee is going to appear by the bloody electronics now. We return to the third floor. This is interesting. Banshee is there. He's appreciating paint on the wall and mumbling something. What's so interesting about that painting? What are you doing? You aren't planning on stealing that, are you? Ha! Even I can tell this painting ain't worth a dime. I was just given a good look-see. These paintings seem to have a specific order to view them. You see, I'm going to go look somewhere else. And you just bit towards the stairs. Huh. Oh! Look at that, that's fight. That's fight to fuck. I read it inside, doesn't see an actual name for it, but I find a device that looks like a circuit board. And of course it's broken. I have to fix this if we want to get the elevator moving. Just like the old man said, it normally doesn't move without electricity. Of course, we don't actually have to fix it, so long as we can get it moving. We only have to be performing a repairing ritual. That's all you do. Where is she? Damon's face pale as further grown. There's stuff hanging everywhere. I think it's human hair. Sweat drips down my back. It certainly looks that. It does look that way. Well, you can only ignore it for now. Yeah, good idea. I'm trying to put out my man, I reach for the circuit board. Just then I noticed something weird. What's that noise? Then I hold my head close to the circuit board. I hear a faint buzzing. It's coming from the circuit board. So they might be vibrating inside it. That's often the case with electrical devices. You're right, it's vibrating. Turning the keys on my fingers, I can feel the vibration. He was right, the board is vibrating. So that must be why Dan lost himself. There aren't any spider webs here. What do you mean? Nothing. I expect this place to be covered in spider webs, just like the elevator. And it's strange to see it wasn't. It's probably because of the noise. Spiders hate small vibrations like that. I've heard that's why they don't spin webs by motors or anything like that. Huh. It's not really relevant. Now, what should we do about this? That's the question, isn't it? Try to press a switch, but it's broken, so I can't get it to stay. There's something like a rubber band. I might be able to keep it in place. Do I have anything like that? There you go, got a contraceptive. That could work. In the original purpose, but it's still rubber. If I stretch it, it should. Yep. There we go. You're going to use a condom to get an elevator to work. That's a sentence that just happened. Both hands and hook at the switch. Takes more strength than I expected. I managed to connect the ends and fix the switch in place. Huh, you're fully imaginative. Let's go to repair the circuit breaker. Oh, whoops. Nope. Ah, whoops. Oh, god damn it. Leave it. Although I guess it makes sense that a condom would be used to hold it in place. Masquerade wife. Gazing at a man. Wait, is there more to... Let's try the elevator now. Oh, God's sake. Emergency keeping. No, Okay then. That's not the answer. Masquerade wife. Pretty masked woman wearing a wedding gown. I see, so one was looking at a man, next is a wedding gown. So I'm guessing the third one is what we need for a solution? Or is it a condom when letting yourself get in the room? Masquerade wife. Picture of a masked woman walking with a cane. Well, that's the order, isn't it? There's something I'm missing. Oh, I did that. Got the old talisman, the wood horse. Oh right, there was a. I wish it was maybe a bit faster with the walking. You could just choose to go to the fucking bottom floor or not. Now I meant to use this. Copper is broken, and the place is obviously damaged. The switch doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it. Okay. Right, what we're going to use in place of that copper? Spoon! I take the spoon and place it on the bar. Metal conducts electricity, right? I see, so electricity will be able to pass through that. Yeah, I'm not sure if it actually worked though. Might be enough for what we're trying to accomplish right now. What's a spoon in the copper bar? Sticks in place rather nicely. The spoon repair the circuit breaker. Alright, let's oh no. If it's working now, then I should just head back to the second floor. Go up. Tool. Where's the key? Whoa! Now it's working. Then automatically moves to the first floor. Damon groans as he wipes sweat off his face. I can't believe it. It actually moved. Wait a second. You're the one who suggested that we do a ritual. I suppose so. Still, I'm shocked. But now, finally. Yeah, it might be able to go above the third floor. So, I wonder what we'll find. Well, let's try the fourth floor. First of all. There we go, stop the fourth floor. Let's manage to make it up here. Yeah, let's go. The hallway stretches away from us. It doesn't look all that different from the floors. Oh shit! She's here! It's her. A red raincoat appeared in the darkness. My grip on the flashlight becomes sweaty. That's... Let me take a step back. You're the only one I want to see, sir. I don't like gross or scary things. You call me sir again. It seems like she'll listen to what I have to say. Should try asking her for something this time. Anything really, I just need a clue. Anything that helps save Hero, who's suffering in pain at this very moment. Okay. Mind me up, I take a deep breath, but... Devon stumbles over and falls. Hey, are you okay? No, sorry, nothing wrong. Huh? In full silence, he tries to stand. Look over him and we can see it. The thing Damon stumbled over. Ah! It's a fucking web. Damon seemingly scrambles back. Oh, what is that? Something that looks like a giant cocoon is sticking in the floor. I see a scarf and a hat tangled in the glittering mess. Familiar? No, it can't be. A Banshee? Old man? You're kidding. Banshee, can you hear me? Please say something. Oh, he's alive. Okay. I hear muffled voice of the cocoon. It's alive. Oh shit. Well, he's not going to be alive for too much longer. Shit. Spiders? Billy Moo is showing away, but I see a red figure at the corner of my eye. Oh shit, there she is. She's up close and personal now. Ew. Damon's so panicked he's unintelligible, but I know what he's trying to say. Escape to the elevator is our only choice. Go, go! Together we rip Banshee off the floor. Carrying him like a log, we stumble in the elevator. Fall in the elevator and repeatedly slam the button on the first floor. Banshee, can you hear me? Hey, say something! Damon tries to give Banshee medical treatment. Damn it, he's no longer responding, his body's gone rigid. Damon focuses on helping Banshee. I see something black squirming on by his shoulder. Damon! Whoa! That's a nasty bunch of spiders! Ooh. Ah! I bring us the entire elevator is filled with wriggly shadows. They come in one after another. Fucking hell, what do we get? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Yo, Loudly isn't gonna do fuck all. Find their source. I'm looking at around the elevator. But I don't see any spots like that. They just look like they're gushing out the walls. Dead! No! Spiders! Spiders! Damon cries out in despair. I feel a sharp pain. Gah! And now dead. Damon's painful grunts sound far away. I'm wrapped up in infinite silence. Game over. Ouch. Spider bait. Looks like you need to smash. I'm not gonna smash spiders. Oh, you mean that kind of smash? Okay then. Because I doubt yelling at them was gonna do anything. Fuck you, spider! Use my hands and feet to crush all the spiders I can reach. Just then a sharp pain runs through me. Ugh. No, that was also wrong. That was also wrong, Metro. Apparently yelling works, it seems. Although I've never had an encounter where I've yelled at a spider and then it ran the fuck away. Fuck you, spider! Well, apparently it is, Metro, because we're fighting a ghost here. It's not a real spider, you know? Not a real spider swarm, it's ghosts. I'm manipulating the world. Bend over and yell loud enough to wrap my throat. The spiders visibly stop moving for a moment. Well, they stopped moving for a moment. They're still coming! We need something stronger! Use the mini massager! Take the massager out of my bag and press it against the wall and turn it on. Guiding vibrations run through the wall. Spiders suddenly start acting strangely. There we go. Apparently yelling and using sound. Didn't read the photo that says they hate loud noises. Yeah, exactly. The creatures vanished instantly as if they'd been a mirage. What was going on? Yeah, I was desperate, but I can't believe that thing had a big enough vibration to scare them. As I'm puzzling out why, something else slams into the elevator door hard. Get the elevator going! Right, I need to hit the button. But then I realise I already have pushed the button a ton of times. Press the button on the first floor again, and then clicks the metal box standing at us. Why isn't it moving? Oh shit! That's its true form there. Hayaka! It's obvious who she is. Move, move, move! Pretty starting to jam the button. Then... we only got a little bit of a glimpse of that, but we stumbled out of the elevator without checking to see where it stopped. On the first floor, are we? Did we escape? Yeah. For whatever reason, the elevator decided to move at the very last second. I doubt my praying actually worked, but I'm not sure what happened. I think we're safe. With a sigh of relief, the figure appears in the gloom. Well, why are you guys in here? Data? You're both going to sweat. Did something happen? Of course something... Wait, Ada, did you call the elevator down here? What? Yeah, I mean, it looked like it worked, so I... Did I do something wrong? It holds himself back timidly. Sounds like he thinks I'm mad at him. Even suddenly steps up to him. Then suddenly gives him a hug. Thank you, Ada. Well done, if you hadn't been there, we would have... True, you couldn't ask for better timing. I can't be more grateful than Suzu contacted Ada. What's more important right now? Oh, that's right. He needs emergency treatment. Come, help me with it, Ada. Okay. Completely clueless, Ada helps us drag the white lump out of the elevator. What is this creepy thing? I hesitate for a moment before I reply, but he should know. Banshee Ito, the old man from the underground shelter. What? Whoa, idiot, don't drop him! I didn't get back to Kujo Mansion until almost midnight. My exhaustion groans in pain as I collapse into the sofa. My head feels heavy, like it's in a fog. To top it off, things are worse than yesterday now. Banshee was sent to Damon's hospital and immediately admitted. He's no longer conscious, and untrained eyes would say he's just sleeping, but he's actually fallen into a deep coma. His condition is very serious. To be honest, I wanted to go along and do something to help, but Damon chasing me out of the hospital. He said I'm overworked and sleep deprived. Ada stayed behind at least, but not that he's replacing me. But it's good that he's here. I'm frustrating myself with thinking he'd be useless. And so as everything is over, I definitely need to thank Suzu. Yeah, he saved our lives, for one thing. We were fucked otherwise. First Hero, now Banshee. This rate, even if I keep investigating, if I don't find any clues, thinking about it makes my stomach turn. Those two might never recover. And that's just assuming their conditions stabilise. If they get worse, something even more terrible will happen. Put my head in my hands and sigh. The red raincoat flashes in the darkness. What should I do? How do I have to keep investigating tomorrow. Once I finish looking through these documents, I should head straight to bed. Yeah, it's best for the day. Bloody hell. So there you go, I shouted at the spiders and then they fucked off eventually. I get the worst wake up call ever. Oh god, what kind of wake up call did you get? It's a bit of pain, it threatens to split my head. Did a headache from this side, I was back on vengeance. And then I'm going to see Haru and Banshee while I'm like that. Spots flash before my eyes, I can't even sit up. But she goes and wait for it to pass. I'm just able to move by the time the sun is setting. Thunder rumbles in distance. Sounds a bit like me actually. Because of my bloody sleeping patterns, I've been up most of the fucking night and then waking up when the sun's just about to set. Sounds like rain again. Great. I press my fingers to my temple to check. The whirlwind of pain that has once again disappeared without a trace. I sigh. She calls as I'm making coffee in the kitchen. Says he'll come along for tonight's investigation. Must have finally wrapped up the other cases. Mentioned how he dropped by the hospital in between cases. I see Haru and Banshee. Seems they went berserk when they awoke and are now restrained. They refuse to eat. And IVs won't work forever. Didn't expect the report to be good, but this is a critical point in the case. Before he hangs up, Bashir asks a warning. Then this is the 11th hour. Bashir doesn't offer a reply. The red lights outside the rain-soaked window are hazy like wilting flowers. It's time to head out. Yep, live or die situation, survived. Just got it saved just in case. I'm always paranoid about shit not working. Back to the masquerade! Park the car in the parking lot as always and walk over the streets in the rain. I pass down the familiar road to the hotel. Man, George Gill cuts in and poses a new figure on a wet street corner, glittering lights. You're down. Well, time is of the essence right now. Damon's prepared for the worst too. He's made arrangements to transfer them. Transfer them? Oh. They must be in pretty bad condition then. And I didn't mention this over the phone, but I met someone at Damon's hospital. I ran into Shu Nagashima. Huh? What's Shu doing there? Yeah, what was he doing there? Some of his gang hangs out there. Guess we're a hot topic with them. There seem people in the hospital. I see. Oh, there seem people in and out of the hotel. Ah. Nagashima heard about it and figured that they were talking about you. According to that volunteer, and well... So now she knows about the case too. Ah, why didn't you just keep quiet? The old lady hands out business cards to anyone and everyone. It's like a real pain. So did you talk to Shu? Huh? Why would I? He called me asking me for info on the case, but I drove him off. I suddenly feel uneasy. You didn't say anything unnecessary, did you? Of course not. I just said to stay out of grown-up matters. Oh god. Yeah, that's not gonna piss him off. Ooh. So a moment my vision tunnels and a blood vessel in my head throbs. Something wrong? No, I'm fine. I'm sure he doesn't want Shu involved either, but he really should have considered his words more carefully. Yeah, footsteps coming up behind me. It can't be Shu? Raise my head in some sense of dread. It's only Mo Watanabe. Thank goodness you're here after all. Good thing I came straight here. I got the results you asked me for. I looked at her blankly for a moment, but then I remembered I asked her to use connections to investigate the rumors. Ah, right, thanks. It's no time. Give us the short version. Oh, okay. Then I'll only cover the really important parts. I heard something amazing from someone who was there at the time. What, like a hotel employee? No, none of that. Jeez. But when I say someone who was there, I obviously mean one of the high school girls who was up to no good. Talk to one? This is legit, right? Even if she is interested. Only the people who used Masquerade really know what happened here. Hearing from someone involved is best. Yeah, her name's Aiko. Aiko. The editorial department helped me track her down. She went to a nearby high school and did this part-time job, apparently. And what's really important is that Aiko said that her classmate, Esco, well, pulls a voice recorder out from her bag and hits the play button. Yeah, a friend of mine introduced me to a part-time job. It was whimsical. I just did it on a whim. Yeah, so we're supposed to meet at the hotel Masquerade, and there's a system there where someone introduces us to the customers. You get a lot of money from it, so everyone was dying to get hired. But one day there was like an incident. Someone at school found out about the job. Someone, goody two-shoes class rep, Esco, said she was gonna tell her class teacher, Enmura. Everyone freaked and apologized to her, saying they'd stop. She wouldn't listen. Our parents find out it'd be the worst thing ever. We begged, but she didn't budge. In the end, she left class saying she was going to go to the police with Enmura. We were totally freaked out, so I went to the hotel that night. I mean, at that point, there was no harm in going, you know? But then, she was there. Esco was standing in front of Masquerade in drizzling rain, in a red raincoat. She said she was going to the police, so who knows why she was at the hotel. But it made us all jumping on edge every day after that. Except nothing ever happened. Soon after that, Masquerade shut down. I guess they uncovered something. Huh? The job? Yeah, I completely quit after that. That's a good testimony. Just the important parts, though. I got a fascinating first-hand account. The rumors of Red Riding Hood and what was written in the guest books we found at the hotel. All the pieces are in the girl's confession. So what ended up happening at Esco? I don't know exactly, but apparently she stopped coming to school. According to Eiko, she just suddenly stopped showing up. She snorts. It's too perfect. She was probably just being overly dramatic. Especially that part about the red raincoat. Most people use an umbrella when it's raining. That's true. She is right. It's possible that the raincoat was a sign for whoever she was waiting for, but hardly anyone comes down this street. It doesn't really fit. Is that all you had to tell us? Then hurry up and go home. So I really can't come with you? I worked really hard, you know. Apparently Moe really wants to tag along. I do feel bad. She worked and got us that info just so that she could investigate with us. But sorry, but you shouldn't be here. There have already been 2 victims. We can't get you wrapped up in this too. Oh, okay, I understand. Moe nods, and I guess she already heads. She sounds worried about me. She disappears around the street corner. A siren echoes on the wind. An unnatural howl in the distance. Look at the masquerade looming before us. What in the hell happened inside this hunk of concrete? There's always a tragic cause of the birth of the spirit. Red Riding Hood must be the same. But I can't watch my friends die. I slowly step forward, trying to escape from the unease that threatens to engulf me. It's not right for the dead to meddle with the living. She mutters beside me. Is that personal creed? Nah, just what I think. She clicks his tongue. It's so interesting. Hey, let's step in the lobby. Machia stops in front of me. What's wrong? What a fantastic job you've done here. Huh? What are you talking about? Look. What? The lobby is completely different. The room is covered in white. No, it wasn't like this yesterday. Thought so. These are webs? It touches one of the floating threads. It looks like she's up to ante. Bring it. Time to make our appointment with our lady friend. Just then, go in the elevator, moving open. Oh god. Did the elevator just come back to the first floor? That'd mean someone's already here. Did you see which floor it came from? No, I wasn't looking. Though I fear it took a while between when I heard the noise and its arrival. Ben was one of the upper floors, maybe the 4th or 5th. Let's say we got the elevator working and managed to get the 4th floor. But because of what happened to Banshee, we weren't able to investigate any higher. Okay, let's start on the 4th floor. Alright, let's get to look on the 4th floor then. Back to the 4th floor again. Hopefully without scary Red Riding Hood watching us and getting in our way. What's this picture? Masquerade wife. Picture of a masked girl running down a trail. Oh, so that must be one of the early pictures. A faint laugh. Don't hear anything more coming from it. Oh, okay, that was unsettling. 3 masks. A mask is staring at me. I take it down and examine it, but it's just a mask. It still feels like it's staring at me, though. Stains like they've come from old blood. I really don't want to do this, but I still need to check it out. I shut my eyes and stick my fingers down the drain and touch something hard. Something cylindrical is stuck down there. Sadly, my fingers don't seem to be able to reach it. Something in there? Something a prime location to hide incriminating objects. It's like an important piece of evidence. We should get it. Do we have anything to use? I can't massage it out of there. And a sticky horse head isn't really going to do much either. I'm going to have to leave that then for the minute. Dark red water in the bathtub. My nose rebels at the stench of iron. So that's blood. Keep note of those paintings because you have to. It seems like we have to look at those in order. Alright, what's in the other room? Oh, what the fuck? See that, didn't you? Jesus Christ. Check behind the wire door. Food and table and chairs stored away. They're too big to carry around. I wasn't interested in carrying around big fucking. There's a mask on the wall. Let's have a look. Get the mask and find talisman on the wall. Nice. That's it. More soul power. Give me a bit longer to think. Just the vase on top. Made out of wood, but it isn't broken. Whatever's inside is probably still intact. The drawer and I find a notebook. Mass guidebook and guest book 401. What's that? A guidebook provided by the hotel. Guests write down their experiences in it. The bounce of the pages. This guidebook's entries are clearly different from all the others. It covers a number of horrifying topics such as devil worship and different kinds of torture. It is crammed with stuff like that. It's impossible to tell which ones are delusions and which ones actually took place. The only thing I can say for sure is it's surging with twisted, single-minded appetite. I silently hand the guest book over. She skims through and smirks. Huh, that's quite the hobby. The handwriting differs from by page. This was written by several guests. I find that hard to believe. I sincerely doubt there are so many people in the world who have such a unique hobby. They're just moths drawn to a flame. You wouldn't even want to look at. Look at them. The pieces are finally coming together. See, this hotel offered a special service for its perverted guests. You mean the kind of stuff written in that guest book? Yeah. The kids working that part-time job were probably part of it too. Guaranteed their safety and complete confidentiality of work, of course. After all, the one who sold his soul was probably the most nervous about that. Still, these people have quite the imagination. Mashita mutters sarcastically as he casually leaves the pages. Then he stops. Hey, this phrase, do you know what it means? The phrase Mashita points to is Joru Gomu's punishment. Jogumu. I've got no idea personally. Jogumu, huh? It's a spider monster from Japan. Ah, of course. That can shapeshift into a beautiful woman. Ah, so you do know about that. Thanks so much for that. So much for the info dump. I ignore the hint of sarcasm in the voice and read the rest of the page. Jumumu's punishment is a recreation of a certain urban legend. You capture the largest spider you find. A wild one would be best. Sharpen the sacrifice's senses with drugs and use a mouth to speculum to keep their mouth open. Then throw the spider in their mouth. If they manage to swallow it, they're innocent. If they don't, or the spider escapes, they're guilty. It's a witch trial meant to judge truth from lie. If I get a sacrifice that needs punishing, I'd try to take it out immediately. I'd try it out immediately. That's fucked up. Can't be what's written here was actually... Did someone actually do this? Who knows? Hey. Come now, take a deep breath. Yeah, it's okay, I'm calm. I doubt Rashida believes me. It's obvious that I'm totally rattled. Don't forget, Ishiki. We can't die here. Of course I know that. I try to keep my reply as steady as possible, but my hands keep shaking as I put the guest book in my bag. Oh, did that actually happen to her then? Jesus. And you attach to the ceiling, stained, it would look like it worked with electricity. But like it said, that's an old witch trial, which I'd never heard of that kind of witch trial thing before. Throwing a spider into someone's mouth just makes certain. Ugh. Disgusting. There's slime, so my reflection is hard to see. It's a trash can lid. Let's look inside. A wad of paper falls out. Yeah, it's a talisman. Nice. Now I'm covered if I need to think about anything. Okay, nothing else in this room. Yeah, that is pretty fucked up. And it said it's one of those sort of witch trials, so it obviously was complete bullshit, you know. The other one was missing a mask. Oh, I've already been in there, haven't I? Oh yeah, I have. I just need to get the hell out of here. Hate fucking spiders. Oh, well, you're gonna love this ghost then. I say that as if I've seen it, but I haven't. I haven't seen that ghost up close yet. Now, we all know its final form is gonna look like something really fucked up. Alright, what does this picture have? Masquerade wife. Picture of masked wife holding hands with a child. Okay. So fifth is wife plus child. Okay. And one of them on the lower floors was with a cane. Oh, switchboard, but that looks broken at first glance. Okay. On the 5th floor, so we're right below the VIP suite. Hey, shine the light inside. Whoa! That body has finally turned up. Let's check it out. Right. And This looks like the thing that should have been downstairs on the wall. And it looks like we've got Dracula in here as well. Oh great, Dracula and spiders. Vampire spiders, there you go. Spider webs wrap the entire body, making it look fake at first glance, but when I take a look, it does appear to be, well, an actual human corpse. When I touch it, something flakes off. Looks like traces of dried skin. The corpse is almost a complete skeleton. Small stature, but based on the thickness of the bones, like an adult male. Considering how dried it is, I'd say it's been here for at least a year. Problem is the cause of death. She meticulously searches the corpse, then finally shakes his head. I just can't tell. Was he strangled by spider webs? Quit joking around. A joke, huh? It'd be great if that's all it was. Still, the skeleton. He must have been in pain when he died. His face is all twisted. If he was an adult male, then he was likely a guest here. No matter how hard I try to sympathise, I just can't. Hey, look at this. She suddenly tosses something to me. I found it earlier. It belonged to this guy. It still has some fuel left. Keep it in your bag or something. Ooh, a cheap lighter. Nice. Decorative coffin. Let's have a look at the decorative coffin. No more than a fake prop, but it looks well made. This placement makes it look even more real than the actual one. Open the lid of the coffin and find a book amongst the junk pile. Monster Encyclopedia. Ooh, the bestiary. Alright. I'll be getting back into Pathfinder, so I'm just referencing that. It's a book about different monsters from around Japan and their associated legends. Machine flips through the book. Huh. The spider monster visually killed people by drowning them in water. Yeah, that sounds right. I remember reading the legend like that and one of the books piled on my desk, and could you imagine? It usually targets woodcutters or hunters, but they're always saved at the last minute. Every region has a story like that. Saved? How? They use a tree stump. The spider takes it instead. Then the protagonist escapes. I don't get it at all. There's no point in complaining about folklore. True. In any case, this will make for a good reference. Take it with you. Ah, now I see why we have that donkey's head. And the door to the bathroom. The storage cabinet on this thing. Yep, let's have a look. Over to the inside. I got a bent hanger. That's helpful, I guess. Oh, yes, it is actually. Yeah. There's a trash. There's a large clump of hair inside, as well as some paper waste. Resisting the urge to scream, I secured a crystal lid and chucked the trash can back where it was. I don't blame you, sir. Well, now we can fish out where the fuck's in that sink, can't we? Oh, door 502 is locked. Okay then. Let's go down the floor then. Oh, no, 4th floor. Which way was it? Was it that one? Yes, it was. Let's use the hanger then. You know what? It hits me, and I'll take out the bent hanger. I should be able to bend this into any shape I want. Bend it into one straight wire so it can fit down the drain. Stick in the pipe and move it up and down. Didn't sound dirty water being dislodged, and I hit something hard. I got a key to room 502. The key tag says Deluxe Suite. That'll come in handy. No, it wasn't washed down the drain. Yeah. Sticky white threads trapped around this key too. It seems like the key it seems like they stopped it from falling all the way down the pipe. That makes me wonder. I'm gonna check the other floors first because I wanna get an idea of what order those paintings go in that that the old man was going on about. This one is one with cane. Okay, so that's probably the worst, last one. With cane. So remind me of all those Silent Hill puzzles. Silent Hill, I mean Resident Evil. Like Code Veronica X, where you had to figure out which family member was involved in what, based on the kind of pottery they had in the background. So you could tell, so you could identify which member was what. Who was the eldest who was doing this? Woman, man. Second. Woman and man. The first floor, I think it said it was a woman with a wedding dress, wasn't it? Wedding gown, okay. First is wedding. Now, assuming this game isn't going to, like, trick me and say, haha, she had the child out of wedlock, asshole. we can assume that the wedding bit comes before the child. And before the walking around with the cane at old age. Save it for now. Alright, let's investigate that room. That's it. The broken wooden horse. I've pretty roughly, the horse is lying on the side. I don't know how you could treat those horses so roughly they would break, but ugh. There's a wooden horse down there, so they can catch the light. It's a metal tool. It's a mouth speculum. It's usually used for medical purposes, but some maniacs use them for other things. Oh, I know. Huh? Just as I'm replying to Mashita. Oh no, he's not going to have a fucking flashback of someone using it, are they? What? A white light flashes before my eyes and I black out. Yep, we're probably going to see someone using it now. I hear someone sobbing. My eyes should be open, but everything is pitch black. I shake my head desperate and try and look around. Yep, I told you. Mouth speculum, that's what it is. Oh, God Lord. Oh, the image flows into my mind. What is this? Young girl is blindfolded and restrained. Her mouth is being forced open the tool. Her breathing is ragged, she must have been given a drug of some kind. Let us commence with the judgment. Man speaks seriously behind me. The court has decided to give the accused a fair trial and will judge her crimes. The ritual will now begin. No, 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 bad touch, bad touch. I shall put the spider in the accused's mouth, and if it crawls out, she is guilty. If she can swallow it, she is innocent. I thought I said the other way around. But anyway, the girl jerks and around frantically, and moving haphazard. Help me, sir. God, that's disturbing. Just when he cries for help, but words are garbled in fear of the drug. I hear men jeering. Then a man releases a giant spider into the girl's mouth. Ah. Hey, get over yourself. Shiki, can you see me? The spider, get it, get it. Idiot, calm down. Ugh. With a slug to the jaw, I finally return to my senses. That's right, I'm in a room with masquerade. There you go, I hope that didn't disturb too many of you. Then the vision I just saw... What did I just see? I went somewhere. You haven't gone anywhere. You just fell on the floor and started writhing. I got woken up from a long dream. I can't believe that was a hallucination. You finally calmed down? Yeah. I'm fine now. I wiped sweat off my forehead and swallow. That girl who was restrained, was she Esco? If it's so, then was she unable to go to the police because she was caught by the people here? That's what my first assumption was, especially as this was ran by a criminal syndicate. They wouldn't want her to just walk off and talk to the police, would they? There's another decorative coffin to look into. That's anything more than a fake prop that someone made. Opening the coffin, and a book amongst the junk inside. Demon Encyclopedia. Book is features of various demons and demonic quests of this characteristics. I guess so, we're interested in that stuff. Okay, well, what does it actually say, if anything? Along with images, quests, and demons trying to explain the ideology of demon worshippers and their rituals. Open the door of the bathroom. Tub is covered in dents and scratches, too many for it to be natural wear. Given by the appearance of the room, horrible things probably happen in here too. I bet. Well, that's fucking unsettling, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't know if I need to... Right, how the hell do we get to the 6th floor then? Oh, I'm guessing if we're meant to do this by order, then oh wait. Can I use the key? Okay. Right, well, I'm guessing if we need to do the whole picture in order, we'll go to the 4th floor first. Because that's when it's a girl. That's when she was a girl. Masquerade wife, picture of mask girl running down the trail. And then it's 2nd, because that's with a woman and a man. first floor because that's the wedding. Then it'll be wife and child, which is the fifth floor. Then it will be the third floor, woman with the cane. I'm guessing this is what we need to unlock the final floor. I could be wrong. Third floor, woman with the cane. Okay, nothing happened. My second guess is we're going to have to put all the floors in order or something. We're going to just have to go from floor to floor. Okay, let's try this again. Fourth floor. Then with a man, second floor. Wedding. Fourth. No, shit. I fucked it up. No, not fit. I have to do it again then. Second floor. First floor. Fifth floor. Then third floor. I've got no. Well, I thought that was it. Never mind. Okay, now we're going to go on the emergency stairs. Now I'm going to have to consult the guide because I've got no clue. Surgeon the Master, the old talisman. Yeah, fifth floor. Yes, bent hanger. Use the bent hanger to get the thing. Use that to get the stuff. Okay. I think that's the room, isn't it? Yeah, that's the room. I missed something. There you go, bath salts and insect repellent cream. Hear footsteps are still in the hallway. I turn in the direction of the noise and see... Shoo! Shoo? She was standing right there. She said he ran into him at the hospital, but... I can't believe he came. Shoo? What's the matter? I take a step forward to him, but Mashia stops me. Wait, something's not right. Look closely at Shu's face. No, it couldn't be. Space is unusually stiff. Suddenly he begins yelling angrily. Well, he's pissed off, that's what he is. very pissed off. Fucking hell. Raises metal battery was hiding, moving to attack. I was urging me to escape. We're in the hallway, the closed walls. What should I do? The door to the left. Bat altered its course and flashed and head straight for me. Ah! That hits the wall and nearly misses me. Whew! Straightens it in to swing us back again. Shit! I have my hands full just trying to get away. There's no way I'll be able to restrain him. But if she was like Hero and is infected with some mysterious poison, we have to restrain him or his life's in danger. I don't know what I'm trying to do. Die! She's deranged eyes burns a hole into me. Shit. Draws attention. Ah! My chances are thin no matter what I do, then my only chances are draws attention. Huh? Jules hesitates for a moment, confused, but a second later. You dumb idiot! You don't know when to give up, old man! The bat flashes above his head, then. You're the idiot. Bashir suddenly appears next to him and throws a direct punch to his face. Whew. Well, that's another companion of ours hospitalised. Jesus Christ. People are just dropping like flies. She tumbles to the ground and his falls as bat flings through the air and... Gah! Unluckily for me, it collides in the side of my head and topples to the ground with a pitiful yelp. Dumbass. Cursing, Machida quickly grabs Shu's arm and completely restrains him. Machida puts his weight on him. Shu grows painfully. Finally, he faints. That's no surprise. Hey, you going? Yeah, just grazed me. I somewhat gently shake my head back and forth. Thankfully, everything seems fine. Give me a hand, we need to carry him out of here. He's probably like the others now. Better hurry. I think Shu would end up with his third victim. I managed to make myself stand, but my spirits have dropped down to my feet. It's still sprinkling outside. We drag Shu out of the hotel. Finally, we have a chance to catch our breaths. We'll call for the investigation for today. Yeah. Banshee and Hero flashed before my eyes. But Shu's safety comes first. Let's go ahead and bring him to the hospital. I'll get the car. Good idea. Yours is better than moving sick people around. I take out the key, my car key, and stand. But just as I do... Ugh. Piercing pain runs through the side of my head and I fall back on my knees. Yoshiki? It's just a headache. I thought it had gone away, so why... You were hit right where it hurts, huh? Just rest here. But shoot. You're injured. So you're injured too, so take it easy. I'll take Nagashima in my car. You wait here until I get back, got it? I'll come straight back after I drop you off. Sorry, Shu's in your hands now. She collects Shu and disappears. Well, he is a bit crazy, but I mean, Shu wasn't in his right mind. I think he already is. So pitter patter, the rain permeates the area. The sound of rain seems to make the place even quieter now. Then I noticed something. The noises aren't the only thing that vanished. The pain is gone. The intense headache has faded, like it never was. This happened to me twice before. Hold on. Now I'm suspicious. I think back on the times that I had the headache. The first is when I went inside Masquerade with Damon and Banshee. Back then I'm pretty sure I wanted to keep everyone together. Then I had a headache and Banshee up and disappeared. My next headache came the following morning. I was trying to see Hero and Banshee, but in the end I was unable to. And then just now, I was going to the hospital with Shu and Rashida. Here's the entrance of Masquerade. Well, the only one I went to see, sir. That's what Red Riding Hood said. I get it. You are still at the hotel as if I can see through the doors. I feel like I can see the red figure inside. One rainy night, a girl stood there wearing a red raincoat. I'm still waiting, even now, for the one you respected so much. That headache always attacks when I was trying to stick with other people. If I stop trying and stay by myself, like I am now, then it will vanish like it was never there. I get it. Who, Banshee, and now Shu. I've got my friends all caught up in this. That's right. It's all my fault again. Now come alone. So, do what you will. Ooh. So she wants us alone, it seems. Voice calls from the darkness as if he was waiting for me. There she is. What are you telling me to do? The red thread of fate. Top floor, in the room of masks. Top floor. This isn't a guide, but it's impossible to reach. Waiting. Red Riding Hood figure melts instantly into the elevator. As she does, the elevator's full displays blinks on and off automatically. The combination, you know it, don't you, sir? Her voice vibrates to the elevator. So she's telling me to go into this combination. What in the world could it be? Well, we've already figured that out, haven't we? And as I was just scrolling down the guide, I found the combination is exactly what I said it was. Which is... This time I'll test you. Tell me... Yeah, the top floor again. And blink on and off automatically. What kind of hint is this? Where she uses combination. I stare at the elevator buttons. Maybe I'm supposed to push these into a certain combination. If I press the floor button in a certain order, I might be able to get to the 6th floor. What's the order? I got no idea. Gotta think. There has been some clues somewhere in the Masquerade. Yes, there is. Alright, let's try the combination. 4. Push button for the 4th floor. Let's see. Woman and man, so 2nd. Wedding. Fifth, the wife and the child. And then 2nd, which is... third, which is her and the cane. Which is about the 3rd floor. Yeah, the door's open and... a musty stench greets me. But that's not all. The smell is blood. Red Riding Hood's voice drifts in the wind. I've been waiting for you. No, I doubt my words will reach her, but I feel like I have to say it. I'm not the one you respect. I'm not the one you're waiting for. Well, that's not going to make her happy, is it? Liar. You always lie. Not lying, I'm really not. Oh, shit. Well, that's pissed her off. Scream splits the night. It's the same one I heard during the spider torture. Stop this, this won't accomplish anything. That's why, this time, I'm going to test you. Tell me the truth. What is that sound? Ah! The fuck? The fuck? Oh, don't look at that. Shit. Turn the massager on my hand and hold it. Pretty much. Spider start acting strangely. You'll scramble away. Red Riding Hood lets out a ghastly sigh. Glittering white threads fly through the air from her mouth. She's trying to use a spider silk? Use a wooden horse. Miner's protection. Strange enough, the threads seem drawn to it and only wrap around the horse head. Ha-ha! Sir, who's in the wrong? I only did what was right. Jesus Christ, divine punishment will come! Wrong? Red Riding Hood is staring at me. Sir, come with me. The only thing that matters is your life. How do you know a person's worth? What does God need with a starship? Jump over! Red Riding Hood screams again, then her manly eyes glare at me. Sir, how do I look to you? Fucking horrifying! We met too late? What do you like about me? That you're a spider! Your righteousness. That's right. Fucking hell. That was pretty on edge, Jesus. Kill the traitors together. Sorry. There you go. And then smashes in the window and off in the night. Did you just jump? A buzzing city can be heard out the window. I wipe my sweaty brow from the shirt sleeve. Something touches my cheek. Something floating in the darkness. A thread? opened my eyes and realised it was wrapped around my wrist. Whoa! Something yanks me towards the window. Ah! Brace my legs and try and resist, but all in vain. I'm through the window in the night sky! I scream as I plummet. No, I should be rushing towards the ground. Just as I give up all hope, a strong jolt makes me look up. A man struggling to hold to my grip, his teeth gritted with effort. You stupid idiot! Mashita? Shut up and give me your other arm! Hurry up, go on to me! Right. And Desiree tries to pull me up after what feels like an eternity of struggling, make it over the ledge and tumble safely back into the room. The only sound that can be heard is our gasps of breath as we sit in the darkness. Why do you ignore my orders? And she just spits words out between wheezes. Sorry, this isn't the time to be making excuses. I might be better off shutting up. Idiot. Try putting yourself in my shoes. Is she gone? I think so. The window. I'm still trembling as I point towards the broken window. See, this is the thing, the guide has a completely different translation down here. For the last three it said, you're diligent, noble and beautiful, but I didn't have any of those answers. Did I get the right answer? Did I get the good ending or the bad ending? Because it says determine the ending. 1131, which I think I did. Yes, I did that one, 1131, and saying I met you too late rather than saying you're very attractive, which is a fucking creepy thing for a teacher to say to a student. Because you're meant to be this student. So it's incredibly fucking creepy to be all like, ooh. She threw herself out of it. She might have been trying to take me with her. No, not you. That sir person. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Can you walk? Then let's go. She slowly stands and looks at me. Nicely done. That wasn't bad. Bad work for an amateur like you. Well, we'll have to see, because like I said, there is another Spirit Hunter game I could look into. Don't know if I have it yet or not. It stopped raining. The cool wind on my cheek hints at autumn. I'm going to drop by and see Darren. I'd like to see how the others are doing. Yeah. What? Hand me the car key. No, I can drive. Have you completely gone mad? Look at your hands. I glanced down at them, only to suddenly realise they're still shaking. You just faced down a spirit. You can't drive in that condition. The choice is made for me. I take the key out of my pocket and toss it at Mashita. The corner parking lot. Right. You rest here. His figure melts into the darkness. As I watch him go, I notice something down by the wet asphalt. It's... oh! A dead spider. A dead spider. It lay there, legs all curled up as if it was desperately trying to hold on to something. I gently picked the spider up, wrap it in a handkerchief and put it in my pocket. Normally, of course, you wouldn't do that with a spider, but clearly the spider was the embodiment of that girl. The car ride back is a blur. I sat and Rashida's voice washed over me like background radio noise. I remember wondering if Red Riding Hood might have stolen a part of my soul. For the investigation today, Murray tipped us off on the testimony, remember? That helped me connect the dots. I realised a teacher was wrapped up in the case. A teacher from a school near the hotel was arrested for breaking the law. What does that have to do with anything? There was an odd part in Aiko's testimony. They were scared they'd be reported, but nothing ever happened. In other words, Esco never went to the police after tattling to the teacher. Or maybe more, she couldn't go. I found as I try and put the pieces together, I think I'm too spaced out as it's not making much sense. You'll never make it as a detective. Well, I can. Can you just drop that? I don't plan on becoming one anyway. There's only one possible answer. This Sir person Esco traced so deeply was one of Masquerade's customers. What? I feel like I'm being hit in the side of the head, and not with a pillow, more like a lead pipe. The one she sought salvation from ended up being a criminal. The definition of irony. Rashida glanced out the window and chuckles dryly. The bitter sound fits both our moods. It was the teacher, Enmura, the one mentioned in Aiko's testimony. I saw a photo of him. He was thin, tall, the type popular with students. Well, I suppose. He glances back at me through the mirror. You might say he wasn't too unlike you. Is that a compliment or an insult? Rashida suddenly tosses a file at me. Those are the research notes. Look them over if you want to know more. Results? In a thick bundle of paper, they're a set of very well-organised documents. It would have taken a lot of time to gather this amount of information. Then it hits me. Wait a second. She had just said he connected the dots with the help of Mo's testimony, which means he knew all along before we started our investigation tonight. He knew everything. I just said I put it all together when I heard the testimony, but I decided not to tell you just in case. Why? If I had known, I could have... What would you have done? His tone turns mocking as he laughs. You would have just sympathised too much and let down your guard. You should be grateful I didn't. She leaves me the research file and heads to Damone's hospital. Soon that I'm alone, I can't keep my 3 hospitalised friends out of my mind. But there's nothing I can do for them right now. I've done everything that I can. I bolstered myself with that information. I spread Rashida's documents out on the table. I'm exhausted, but I feel like I need to go through them today. Who in the world was Red Riding Hood? If Rashida was right, the truth should be right in front of me. Who was she? I'm guessing she was a girl that... Ending. As the phone in the case quietly comes to a close, leave an invisible scar on the dark street. Lives lost here will never return, neither will trampled dignity. I lost something as well. Hero banishing worse. What the fuck? They were immediately transferred to a larger hospital. Because of that, they narrowly escaped death, but their psyches remain forever damaged. Given the chances of them ever recovering are very thin. You have to... To have this happen to people who were only trying to lend me a hand. It wouldn't have been better if I just died on the floor of the masquerade's window. I struggle to get that through every day. If this is Red Riding Hood's revenge, then I can admit that it's effective. A week later. Rashida suddenly shows up at my doorstep. Before I even open my mouth, he pulls out an envelope and tosses it at the table. I may deliver this to you. It's your reward. What a joke. Rewarded for letting that happen to my friends? How should I know? The client asked me to do this, that's all. I did my job and handed it over. The rest is yours. Damn, what a pain. She turns and curses under his breath, but I can still hear everything he says. That's all you came for? No, there's one other thing. I learned something after this past case. What's that? Something about you. You're suited for this work after all. That again? Sorry, but I'm done. No more. Just hear me out. There have been more mysterious cases in Masquerade, like Masquerades popping up lately. Thought it might be the mark related, but it seems like I was wrong. It's so remote than matters. Hyakuyo Yoga, a monster's parade. Have you heard anything about it? A Hyakuyo Yoga? Yeah, sure, in ghost stories. But he's clearly asking about something that's happening in the real world. No, I haven't. That's so. I figured you, of all people. Forget it. First he asks me, then he tells me to forget it. He only cares about his own bottom line. She glances over the sofa in the corner of the room. Might have known something. Sorry, but I can't. I just don't have the energy. I'm not saying right now. I'm sure Yasuko will wait until you're 100%. I'm not pushing you either. That's all I wanted to say. So that was a bad ending then, even though I said it was a good ending. No wait, I have one last bit of advice. Quit doing stuff like this. Like that. Like what? You picked up the dead spider, didn't you? You saw? Just out of the corner of my eye. That's why darkness follows you. Your ancestors probably had pity on her too. The living and dead can't coexist. If you try and accept their feelings, you'll just end up getting pulled in. Even so. She might be right, but even so. If someone doesn't accept them, they will stay like that forever. That's not something I want to hear. He just snorts diversely as usual. Give it some thought, even if you don't want it. Leaves the door behind him. That marks the end of the case and the end of one chapter of my story. But someday in the future, I can't help but think that door will be thrown open again. And there we go, that's the end of that game. Oh, I was reading the time wrong. I thought it was saying it was... Gallery has been unlocked, state has been saved. I'll save it there, see if I can redo that bit and try and get a good ending. What have I been up to today? The story creeped me out earlier. Is this repeating now? Oh yeah, it's repeating the same bloody story again, starting up. About the woman with the mark and then she gets found like that. I'll see if I can get back to that. To at least before I do the decision. Because I thought I did all the right choices. One 131. There's an antique clock, if I remember, it had something hidden in it. Yeah, I've seen this. You can't scare me with this shit anymore. And you evil fucking doll. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I thought I had the good ending because I did all this stuff. I'm guessing what I should have done was fucking. Yeah, I just went with that whatever, didn't I? Last Shiki, yeah, why not? That's completely by accident, but why not? Well, I want to get back to the menu and see if I can get the good ending like I was meant to. I'll just get myself to die. Yeah, wait for death. I can't be bothered to live. I accept death. And then I die. Oh, for God's sake, I can't access the menu. I hate this because you can't access the bloody main menu. You have to fucking... it decided to bloody do this again. Let's see if I can skip this and then... Yes, we know who that is. Yep, skip. It spoke, it's alive! Yes, and it's an evil bitch, as we found out. An evil, nasty little piece of... Yeah, Hanahiko. Story of Hanahiko and all that shit that goes on. That poor fucking kid being tormented. Might be playing through this again at a later date, just let me try suggesting the bad place, so they're going to say, oh wait a minute, that'd be weird. Alright, finally I can get the menu, right. Oh no, this is it. Yeah, that's it. That's how we get the hell out of there. It's something here to combine. Engine investigation file and leaves for dinner. You sit down at the table to read the report and the truth about.